Hey guys, Michael here from FatToFit, and in today's video I kind of wanted to talk about something that I've been reflecting on a bit lately and something that I've been thinking about, and that is what it was like when I was obese compared to kind of now. And I've just been kind of thinking about how I used to feel and how I used to be, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And so what a lot of people seem not to be able to realize, if they haven't experienced being overweight or obese themselves, is that feeling of being trapped by pretty much everything around you. You're carrying a huge amount of weight. I was watching The Biggest Loser the other night, and one of the trainers actually put on one of the people that she's training to put on all her weight, and this is a 50 kilo trainer putting on an extra 80 kilos of weight, which is quite a lot of weight, and she could barely walk. She was falling over and everything. And I think that kind of summarized best what I'm trying to say, where the fat pretty much traps you in your own body, and it's the worst feeling to have. The things people take for granted, being able to tie your shoes, I remember, or put your socks on, that was a big struggle for me. Being able to run with those around you, with your nieces or your nephews or even your peers, that was another big struggle. When I was in year 10, so when I was 16, I went to China for a trip, and so the thing that I remember most from there is that in the morning we would go on walks, like around the towns and things like that, and we'd actually have to speed walk. And so I was always at the back, and to actually focus on how much it wasn't hurting, well, it was hurting quite a lot, but to try to take my mind off that, I would either focus on the person's feet in front of me and just take it one step at a time. But I was struggling, I was out of breath, and this was just simple power walking that anyone else could do, and I was struggling with. And that's the memory that's really stuck with me about how trapped I was. And so what I think it's hard for people to understand is that feeling of being trapped. Of course, there's other ways people can feel trapped, whether it's through injury, disability, whatever, but every case is different. And just being obese, it affects your body in so many ways, and it's just terrible. And I'm glad that I don't feel that way anymore, and I know there are a lot of people out there who are still feeling that way. And it's that feeling, it's practically being imprisoned in yourself, and nobody should have to live like that, because that isn't living, really. It isn't, because you're stuck there. You're either sitting on the couch, you're sitting in the car, you're sitting at a desk or whatever, bogged down by all this weight. It just feels heavy. I feel how much lighter I am now. I remember how heavy I used to feel. I remember how difficult it used to be to even take a simple step. And now, just over the past few months, I've realized just how light I feel. And it's just one of those things where once you lose the weight, you notice it so much more, and you don't have that feeling of being trapped. Tying your shoes is easy now. Bending over to pick something up. I see people around me who are still obese who can't even bend over to pick something off the floor because it is that much of an effort and struggle for them. And I just remember how that used to be like. And if anybody out there is thinking of making that change for a better life by losing the weight, contact me if you need any help or anything like that. Comment down below the video, and I'm happy to help. It's just, I know how hard it used to be to feel trapped like that, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies, if I had any enemies, but I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. And the world today, it's so full of obesity and cardiovascular disease and diabetes, and it's on the rise in adults, in children. It's that generational cycle. It's just being passed on from grandparents to parents to kids, and it's just something that needs to be reversed, because it is slowly killing the world from the inside out. And I think people that combined with the feelings people feel when they're obese, when they feel trapped, when they don't think they can do anything, I think that all can be not easily stopped, but I think people need to make that decision to change in order for it to stop. And not only will the world benefit from it, they will too, because it will be pushing their lives in the right direction. They'll be able to survive to see their kids being married. They'll survive to see the world change. They'll just be able to live a a happier and healthier life, which I know from personal experience. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you liked it, please give it a like. Comment down in the section below if you need any advice or you just want to talk to me. I always answer. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, guys.